Hello and welcome to Build Up to our friendly game, half an hour away from kickoff over in America, where West Ham United take on Crystal Palace, our fourth friendly of pre-season, and our second game today, and our second game against Crystal Palace today as well. I'll get into that in just a few minutes' time. The starting 11 for the game kicking off in half an hour is on your screen now, scrolling along the bottom. We'll take a little look and have a little discussion as we go. But thank you very much for joining me, and please stick around. I'm going solo tonight. I don't do watch-alongs. That's why Charlie was doing them, and that's why we've got Nick and Mark to do them next season. However, they're both away. So last week, I had Frankie. I was all right. I had company. No Frankie tonight. Maybe a little bit later. He's been busy today. So it's probably just me for the duration of the game. I'm going to need you in the live chat. I feel I am out my comfort zone doing this bit. I'm all right with the first half hour, no problem. When I've got to watch the game and talk, this is where it gets a little bit rocky for me. Unknown territory we are entering tonight, and adding to the fact I'm possibly, if someone was to diagnose me right now, apart from being mental, they'd probably say deluded, just because delusional, maybe delusional, lack of sleep. Drove through the night on Thursday. So I was up in Scotland earlier in the week. And Thursday night, we drove through the night to get back just because we save money. We need to save as much money as we can at the minute. So it was to not pay for another hotel room. So we drove through the night. So I didn't have too much sleep into Friday. And then I was up really early this morning doing a video at 5:30. So you can count on one hand how many hours I've had sleep in the last 2 nights. Not good. And then we've got tonight. So tomorrow's going to be a write-off for me. Anyway, thank you very much for people joining me in the live chat. I appreciate it. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the game earlier, the team tonight, and I'm going to see what all you guys are saying in the live chat as well. Colin, yes, the team have already played it. I wouldn't say it was a senior team earlier. I'll tell you what the team was and stuff like that in just a second, because it's going to get a bit confusing, especially for those that tune in. So I'm going to start talking about a game. They're going to tune in and think I'm talking about tonight's game, but it's the one earlier. Okay, so that's tonight's team on the screen. Tonight's team. I'm going to remove that. The team that's on your screen now is a team that played earlier. This team, this is not the starting 11 tonight. It was a starting 11 from earlier on. We played Crystal Palace earlier on today because they were worried that this game could get postponed. We've seen the issues last week when we played Wolves. We had a 2-hour delay to kick off. There has been some weather warnings ahead of tonight's game. So as a result, West Ham played Crystal Palace behind closed doors, half an hour per half. So it wasn't a full 90-minute game. It was an hour-long match, half an hour each game. And West Ham won 3-0. That was the starting team. I don't know if there was any substitutions or if they just played the entire hour. I'd imagine there was some subs, but that was the starting team. It included Lucas Paqueta. It included Jarrod Bowen. The goal scorers were Jarrod Bowen, Maxwell Cornet, and Danny Ings. I would have liked to have seen that. I wanted to see. I've been waiting to see Maxwell Cornet do well this preseason. He's been pretty crap. And then in the game that nobody can see, he scores a goal. Typical. So we've already played Crystal Palace. That was the team that played Crystal Palace earlier. And that is why tonight we don't have Lucas Paqueta and we don't have Jarrod Bowen. They will not be featuring this evening. Capiche? You've seen the starting 11. This is the bench for tonight. Herrick, Agard, Robinson, Casey, Scars, Orford, Irving, Kelly, Earthy, Guilherme, Kadua, and Marshall. So, like I said, we're missing a few players. No Cornet, Ings, Zuma, Paqueta, Bowen. They will not be featuring this evening because they have already played earlier on today against Crystal Palace. We won 3-0. Yes. Ings and Cornet scored. Exactly. We didn't get to see it. We didn't get to see it. What's up with Ariola? I don't know. I'm guessing here, Liam. I am guessing he may have played the second half earlier. Herrick apparently had a really good game. Young goalkeeper. He had a really good game apparently. But there's no Foderingham either. Fabianski in goal tonight, and Herrick is on the bench. So Wes Foderingham has gone missing as well. So anyway, Ariola, don't know. Maybe he played a little bit earlier. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Billy, I felt a little bit cheated tonight as well, actually. I want to see that Cornet stuff. So who are we playing tonight? We're playing Crystal Palace again, Gary. I don't know the Crystal Palace team. Earlier. I can put the Crystal Palace team for tonight up on the screen now. Henderson, they'll be playing a back three of Riyad, Anderson and Richards with Klein and Mitchell as wing-backs. Hughes, Slupp and Kamada, them two midfield with Kamada and probably Ayew playing either side of Edouard. So that is the Crystal Palace starting 11 for tonight's game. And I'm just going to put this one back up and I will leave it up there now. That's the West Ham starting 11 on your screen now. So I'll just leave that one for a second and we will chat about it in just a second. Thank you to Darren, who is reminding myself and yourselves that this game is on Premier Sports. Now, what we've discovered in the last few pre-season games is that if you have an Android, it's probably worth downloading the West Ham app, which is free, because the club have been putting it on there for free by mistake in the last 3 games. It doesn't work on iOS. You have to pay for it. But on Android West Ham app, you've been able to get the game for free. Now, I don't have an Android, so I cannot verify that for this game. The live chat will keep me in the loop. But just for those that with Android, it's maybe worth getting it just in case. El Chico's asking about Eze. I'm not sure. I haven't checked Crystal Palace's starting subs bench. Sorry, I didn't check. Again, if he was involved, I wouldn't be surprised if he played in the game earlier on and only played half an hour or something, given that he would have been a bit like Jarrod Bowen. He would have been away after the Euros and possibly only just joined up, if he joined up at all. Maybe he hasn't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't kept up with the Crystal Palace pre-season. I've been focused on West Ham and I've been trying to keep up to date with the Premier League ones a little bit more for fantasy Premier League purposes. Who's doing well, who's scoring, who's taking set pieces, that sort of thing. Got Barco in my team. Barco's in there. They're Brighton. That's my big tip for fantasy Premier League. Barco, Brighton left back, 4.5 million. He's on corner kick duty in pre-season, so maybe worth getting him ready for the season if you fancy playing Premier League. But we will tell you we will be doing a fantasy league. We just need to sort of get up and running ahead of the new season. Keep your thoughts coming into the live chat. We're going to take a little look at what you're saying. David said Creswell is captain again. Who will be the captain go forward? I think it will be Creswell will be the club captain, I think, if Zuma leaves. In terms of the team captain, I don't know. We haven't seen too much change. We've not seen Edson Alvarez or Jarrod Bowen yet. Bowen played earlier, but who would get the captain? Would one of them be the captain if they were on the pitch? I'm not too sure yet. I'm not reading too much into it in pre-season, other than the fact that Lopetegui probably likes Alan Creswell. Don't really blame him. He's supposed to be a really big character and influence in the dressing room, and that's what you want in a skipper. Katie's saying, do we think Somerville will be able to step up in the Premier League? I think so. I think the season in the Championship has done him the world of good. When I seen him in the Premier League prior to the relegation, he looked a bit inexperienced, which he was. He would have been 20 years old back then. He was inexperienced. So in the Championship, it's gone down there. He smashed it. One Player of the Year. Like I said, I've seen some games where he wasn't the best player on the pitch, or he didn't even turn up in some of them. But I think he'll step up. He's only 22 years old as well, so I think it's a good sign. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a stream starting soon, so it's rocking and rolling. And Barry thinks it's free on Android again, so there you go. If you've got the Android app, do get it sort of downloaded. You might get it for free. Bob said he's not going to do this again, but here he is. It's another late night. Yeah, stick with me, Bob. Come on, Bob. Stick with me. We're in this. Hopefully we'll get kickoff at 12 and we'll be able to see it through till 2 o'clock. Mohammed's looking forward to the new season. Thoughts on Fulkrug? Do you think it'll be a success? I've covered it, Mohammed. I'm not going to go into it again, but yeah, I think he will be. Darren says he's looking forward to the new season because the new birds coming in. We're looking at top 6. I think a lot of neutrals are impressed by West Ham's business, actually. West Ham Massive Gates saying, who wins the cup? We win 3-1. I don't know, Robert, and I don't really care, truth be told. I can't. I'd be pretending if I was bothered who wins the cup. We'll put in the cabinet next to the Betway Cup. We can't even win the Betway Cup most of the time. Our own bloody thing. Right, that's up and rocking. West Ham team tonight. Then let's get starting on that one. And I've timed that wrong, haven't I? There you go. It's coming up on the screen just now. Fabianski in goal. It looks like we're playing a back 3 with Mavropanos on the right, Kilman in the middle, and Aaron Creswell to the left of centre back. Vladimir Sufal will likely be right wing back with Ward Prowse, Potts, and Souček in midfield. Emerson left wing back, and then Mohamed Kudus and Michael Antonio as the strikers. So it looks like a 3-5-2 formation for West Ham initially, and I'd imagine it might change, which makes interesting reading going into a new season because we keep flicking to this back 3 quite often during games as well. It might start with a back 4, but we end up with a back 3 at some point. So I do wonder if he's maybe tempted to do that, but I don't think he can because we've got too many attacking players now. If you were to sort of only go 2 strikers or even just 2 centre midfielders and 2 attacking midfielders and 1 striker, it's a lot of players to squeeze into limited spaces. So I think we will stick with a back 4. I'm quite confident we'll start the season with a 4-2-3-1 because of the attacking talent that we have at the club. But it's a back 3 tonight. It might just be a case of getting those players minutes under their belt. Scott Zuma is not on the bench. No Kurt Zuma. He played earlier. So it's a bit like Cornet, Ings, Paqueta, Bowen. They played earlier. They ain't on the bench. So there's no chance of them coming on to this one. And Wayne says, club mentioned it's on BN Sports and Premier Sports. Offering it for... Yeah, it's... We're not surprised, though, are we? Let's be honest. We're not surprised. Matty, it's not kicked off yet. It kicks off at 12 o'clock. 20 minutes till kickoff. So we'll wait to see. Tonight, I'm interested. I was going to say who I'm interested in seeing. The ones I was interested in seeing aren't playing. I was looking forward to seeing Jarrod Bowen back tonight, actually. I've missed him in pre-season. I understand why he wasn't there and stuff, but we've been lacking... Well, goal threat. We've not really created too many chances in pre-season. I was hoping to see a little bit more tonight. Obviously, that came earlier in the game that none of us could watch. We scored 3 goals. How many have we scored pre-season so far? I'm just trying to think. Against Ferencváros, we scored 2. Wolves have scored 1. What was the other bloody game? Dagenham and Redbridge. There you go. That was the other one. We scored 1 there as well. So we've scored 7 in pre-season, and 3 of them were in the game that we couldn't watch. Anyway, I'll shush, but there you go. I just seen one. Bill, yes, we played earlier. We won 3-0. Percy said if we played a back 3 last pre-season and went back to a back 4 at the start of the season, I bet it's just down to players there. Possibly, but I'm pretty sure with the players available, even tonight after the earlier game, we could easily make it a 4-2-3-1, couldn't we? We could take out, well, Creswell and Emerson are starting. You could just take out Aaron Creswell, move Emerson back, and start Guilherme. There you go. I've solved it. There you go. I've solved it. Lopetegui. But you're going to have to negotiate with Gonzo. We've already lost Charlie. Gonzo doesn't need me to go as well. However, Lopetegui, I'm available. I've just solved the 4-2-3-1 situation. Creswell out. Guilherme in. Shuffle the deck a little bit, and we can go with our 4-2-3-1. And Paul says it's a bit mean getting Jarrod to fly out on a 10-hour trip. He might have wanted to go out. maybe Bowen wanted to fly out and be with the team. He's been there for a few days now. He hasn't just rocked up today. He's been there for a handful of days in training. Plus, new head coach and stuff. I'd imagine he'd want to get out there and try and impress Lopetegui a little bit, especially with Kudus in form. Not that Bowen's under pressure, but it's just I guess the professional Jarrod Bowen is. I was expecting nothing different from him, truth be told. I think the harsh one is Areola. He's gone out there and he's not featured. At least Bowen got a run out there. Like I said, Areola may have played earlier and came off the bench, but he certainly didn't start earlier. Matt's into the K's. No problem. I went to see them on Wednesday night. I've messed up. I did a schoolboy error on Wednesday night. I was in Aberdeen. The K's were playing. Some would say it's a coincidence. So I wasn't that keen for. I was seeing my sister. I was meeting up with my sister. Hadn't seen her for a month or two. So I was going to see my sister and then going to the concert. So obviously to extend the time I had with my sister, because we're going out for tea, I thought I'll just go see the K's. I won't go see the support. So the doors opened at 7, right? What time are we reckoning the main band comes on? Doors open at 7. There's one support band. What time's the main act on? I assumed 9 o'clock. Now I checked social media, I checked the website for stage times, none available. Turned up at 9 o'clock. They were already on. I thought, oh, obviously missed a song. 40 minutes later, the gig was finished. 20 to 10, it was finished. And I seen a poster saying stage time 8:30. So I missed half their bloody set. I was fuming. Luckily, I've seen them a few times, but still. Miffed. Idiot. Yes, Peter, we did beat them. Phil reckons we're going to go 4-2-3-1 with Emerson as left wing. First half and Larry for second. It's possible. I think if we hadn't seen the back three so often pre-season, I'd be inclined to agree with you. But because we've seen the back three frequently already in the previous games, I think I'd imagine it will be a back three. But we have seen Emerson play as left wing, admittedly. You are correct in that regards. And that would mean that we'll see James Ward-Prowse is the number 10 again. But seems to be something else we've seen frequently during the transfer window. There you go, Brad. This is him, 9 p.m. I thought it was 9 p.m. as well. Anyway. Right, loads of people asking where to watch it. I'll tell you, officially, don't do this yet. Wait for the unofficially. Officially, if you go on the West Ham website, you can pay £5 to watch it. Links in the description below for that link. Unofficially, here's the best bit. Unofficially, it's on Premier Sports. It's on BN Sports. If you have access to either of those, you can watch it. If you have an Android, download the West Ham app. They're usually showing it for free by mistake. They don't mean to. They broke it. And people in the previous friendlies have been able to access it on Android via the official West Ham app for free. iOS, you're snookered. It doesn't work. You have to pay for it. But it's being shown on main broadcasters elsewhere. So you'd easily be able to obtain a way to watch it without paying if you wish. There you go. That's how you can go get it. Gatesy said he's got Android, he's got the app, and despite him not paying the club, he's able to watch it. There you go, more confirmation that you can watch it. Stir says, any idea how we're doing with FFP? You don't want to get me started. It's become a bit of something I'm getting frustrated with during the summer. Not FFP in general. Just if you want me to go off on a tangent for 5-10 minutes, I shall. But for the interest of not going off on a tangent for 5-10 minutes, I'm going to move on. Enough demands. I will discuss FFP and what is frustrating me about it. I've covered it a little bit already in the previous videos during the pre-season. MK saying it's on YouTube. Ooh, is it on that? Is it the same channel again? Charlie, you're in the live chat. Before you disappear, Charlie, is it the link you sent me last week? Has that got it? Is that where I can... Charlie will... Come on, Charlie. Is this the is it the YouTube channel? Because that was a better one. Charlie provided me with a better one last week. Mudzi is pissed in Finland. Hey, go enjoy yourself. Go get more pissed. You're in Finland. Don't watch West Ham game. Go watch more. Go get more drunk. Go on. Go get more drunk. I would have thought I'd been more drunk had I watched the earlier game and seen us win 3-0 with Cornet and Danny Ings scoring. I think I would have thought I was in Finland getting pissed as well. MK just Googled West Ham Palace Stateside. This club, innit? £5, please. Thank you very much. And we'll just broadcast it for free, left, right, and centre. Sorted. The game, Doug, is going ahead as far as I'm aware. I don't see why it would be called off. I haven't seen any flooding as I did last week. So it's 10 minutes till kickoff. Anyway, that's the West Ham team. I'll pop the Palace team up on the screen for the next couple of minutes for anybody that cares. It's an okay side. It's a bit like one or two good players and one or two average ones. And Charlie's favourite, Jeffrey Schlupp, playing. Kamada's playing though. Good player. That was a good signing for Crystal Palace, and it's a good way of replacing Elise without spending any money. And what's going on with the Babbling Irons, guys? We've got a bit of a collaboration going with them. Babbling Irons, are producing one podcast a week for us over on Patreon. I think they're really good at what they do. I think they're a really good West Ham fan channel. And we were looking at expanding what we do on Patreon. So we just linked up with them. So they're now producing content over on Patreon for us. So our patrons can enjoy 1 hour, it's about 20 minutes of podcast every week with the Babbling Irons. It's really good content as well. I can recommend it, but I am biased because I like them. To be fair, I like most West Ham channels out there. Captain is Aaron Creswell. Charlie's excited because we've got Jeffrey Schlupp and we've got Andy Irving on the bench. Paul says, what's my blind prediction for season based on players obtained? 10th, maybe 10th at the minute. I reserve the right to change my prediction, but Fulkrug's not done yet. Wan-Bissaka's not done yet. Rodriguez isn't done yet, so there's still a lot that can go wrong. And players can still leave, although I'm confident Bowen and Kudus will still be here next season. Plus, for all we know, Paqueta will get banned. It's unlikely that'll happen anytime soon. My stream is just fired up, by the way, so if anybody's waiting on it, the West Ham stream is up and running at the minute. It's doing an advert for the kit for me just now. So stream is live, ladies and gentlemen. Gonzo's away, Jeff. He's not here tonight. Not out rioting, I should add. That was just an unfortunate timing there. Shamrock Dan, cheeky. Gonzo's not out rioting. He's away. So he's unable to watch the game. I'm sure he'll watch it back tomorrow. But he's not watching it live. I'm going solo tonight. Hello, Logan. Thank you very much for joining us. And Peter, we will be doing videos about the transfer window as a whole. Don't you worry. Paul thinks Alvarez might go. I've commented on a couple of people's comments in the last couple of days saying I'm suspicious about that as well. I just can't be bothered saying in a video and people just shouting. People confuse a prediction with a desire. I could say, I think Alvarez could maybe go. And someone say, why do you want Alvarez to go? There was one example, actually, 2 days ago. I wish I could go get the screen. I can't be bothered. But basically, someone put up a post about how Jarrod Bowen scored lots of goals as striker last season. All I did, I kid you not, all I did, because it basically said Bowen should be our striker. He scored 16 goals as striker last season. All I did, and I promise you, I just replied with the statistics of Bowen as a striker and Bowen playing on the right-hand side. And he scored plenty as striker, but he scored more in less games as a right winger. So I just said, well, actually, he didn't score all his goals as striker. This is what he scored, and this is what he scored on the right. I kid you not. The person replied, saying, oh, so you want Kudus drop then? I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes I just read stuff and I think, I don't even know how to reply, except, like, I can't even go in to say no and explain why. I shouldn't have to justify that. He's just made an assumption. So it was yesterday, I did a video about Rodriguez, and someone said, oh, Gio sending hate to Edson. I didn't even mention Edson Alvarez, except the fact that he's mates with Rodriguez. So I just replied and said, well, you hate Jarrod Bowen. He probably does it, I don't know. But since he's making up assumptions, I thought I'd join in as well. Go on then, you hate Jarrod Bowen. Why do you hate Jarrod Bowen? I'm going to go tell the other guy, look, he hates Jarrod Bowen. He thinks he's crap. Never mind not wanting him up front. He thinks he's crap. Must mean he wants Caduce dropped too. But anyway, I like a debate, but there's sometimes you read a comment and you think, I just can't even debate with this. There's nowhere to go here. It's dead end immediately. They might as well just write end of at the end of the comment, because it would give me my word, there's nobody there, is there? There's hardly anybody at this game. I thought the other game was a bit sparse. There's even less there. And there's someone in an Arsenal shirt. What's that? Anyway, there's 20 people at the game. I'm hoping number 11 with his hood up is there this week as he was last week. And I hope he's going to be giving Lino just as much grief as he was last week as well. I enjoyed it. I became a fan of that fan. El Chico asking about studs. We've still got some. They must be on the shop. I can see them. There's, I don't know, 10, 15 in there at the minute. There's still some for sale, those studs. They are good. Anne Boleyn is over there. She's not come out yet. Where is Anne Boleyn? She's in the corner, I think. Anne Boleyn's in the corner. She'll come out and go back up there for Christmas with a stud on, a hat on, maybe, just to promote stuff. Right, the teams are coming out right now. The photographer's going wild, trying to get some good snaps of the waist areas of all the players as they come out. Cutter's saying that I want Lopetegui sacked. Pardew brought back fact end of. There's somebody that's been around Hammers Chat for a little while and is good at delivering a little bit of sarcasm. I'm all for it, Cutters. You can return. Joshua said Palace are smaller than Wolves. Maybe Wolves' European runs boosted the American fan base. Bertie's asking who Anne Boleyn is. I've got it's a foam head, and I called, for obvious reason, I called it Anne Boleyn, so it's the head. So I've just named my foam head Anne Boleyn. That was funny. Not really. It's not really funny, but it promotes stuff when it's up there. The hat and the scarf and the snood, it goes up there in winter. People will hopefully go, oh, I like that. Let me go get one. Just like I'm hoping someone goes, oh, that looks like a good read. I'm going to go get one. Kieran says score predictions. I don't know. I've still got the Palace team up, haven't I? It's not a very good one. 1-1. I don't know. I don't really care, Kieran. It'd be nice to win, but I'm not too bothered, truth be told. And Vernon's asking about James Tompkins. Yeah, he has left. He's no longer at Crystal Palace. I don't think he's got a new club yet. I've had an interview from him over the summer, and he's just speaking about Crystal Palace and didn't really mention West Ham. It was a bit of the bit he did was basically, I wasn't getting any game time at West Ham. I needed to leave, so I went to Crystal Palace, which is fair enough, isn't it? Anyway, Kickoff a couple of minutes away. It's just flashing up the West Ham team on my screen at the minute. And bear with me as I'm doing my first watch along on my own. I blame Charlie. It's in the live chat. This is your fault, Charlie Walsh. Thank you. All right, keep your comments coming in because you're providing the content. Dean says Callum Phillips has been playing centre-back for Man City tonight as a battering Chelsea. He's been getting a lot of stick over the summer, hasn't he? I did see a clip of him. Do you remember that clip of Tony Hibbert all those years ago when he's just rolling the ball about on his feet and he's constantly changing direction? He touched the ball like 20 times, just moving. And there was a little bit of Calvin Phillips doing that as well. Who's this guy in the middle of the pitch? He must be a celebrity. Who's that big guy? Someone will know who he is. There's a big giant in a West Ham shirt greeting the captains. Who's this big guy? I thought he had bare feet initially, but it looks like he's got nude shoes on. He's tricked me. I thought he's barefooted. And I do not like bare feet. So I threw up all over my iPad. But he's got nude shoes, so I didn't. Yes, Charlie, I'm all alone. Nick's on holiday. Mark's on holiday. Gonzo's away. Frankie's been working. I'm on me Todd. Bill says, glad to see Potts getting more game time. Do we think that's to get a championship team or lower Prem team interested? I wouldn't send him to another Premier League team. I don't think he's ready. I don't know if he's ready for West Ham, by the way, but we might give him an opportunity to find out. No other Premier League team would. So if he's going to go out on loan, give him to a championship team. Tonight, I think it's maybe an opportunity to show Lopetegui what he can do. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody leaves, and I don't mean out on loan, I mean permanent sale. So Potts will be needed for cover to some extent, even if it's just a bit of squad depth. So it's a good opportunity for him tonight. Anyway, I hope he has a good game. I've been very impressed by him pre-season, and he's the only youngster and earthy to some extent, but also he's been a bit quieter than I would have liked in friendlies. I'm confident Potts will be around next season, but the rest of them I think might get loaned out or be in the under-21s. Everybody thinks it was just a fan that might have won a competition that was on the pitch. Oh, it's Will Hughes taking kickoff. That was Andy Johnson for a second there. They're rolling back the years. Will Hughes, Albino's away to take the kickoff for Crystal Palace. Looks bold from a distance. Still wearing just like plain black football boots. Like a footballer that just wears plain black football boots these days. It's funny, isn't it? When players would wear white boots, it was like fancy. And they were impressive. Now I'm more impressed by black boots than white ones. Crystal Palace on the attack. Ayew getting himself ready to score his usual banger against West Ham. Ball come in. It's all over the place. It's 1-0. 26 seconds. Mitchell has scored. 26 seconds. Oh, dear. The flag says plastic free zone, and there's an Arsenal fan behind them. It's a Crystal Palace flag for anybody looking at the screen. Right, 1-0 Palace. Mitchell. 0. That'll do. I'm not typing in seconds. I'm not doing that for every goal. Right, that's the team in the thing back up. Right, 1-0 Crystal Palace. Mitchell has scored a goal. Good goal it was as well, by the way. It does look like we're playing a back four. Somebody commented, and it does look like a back four because Creswell's very left at the minute. So, and Mavpanos' two centrals will be playing a back three. We're on the move. Antonio's giving it into Ward-Prowse, who's playing the number 10. Out to Emerson, who's playing left wing. And we've got Kudus on the right wing. Emerson's doing a little bit of dribbling. He's won a free kick. Too far out to shoot. So it's going to be a cross from James Ward-Prowse. I'm just watching the replay here. Klein crossed it. Sufal missed it, and then Mitchell scored a decent goal, to be fair. My word, that's the last thing you want to be doing when West Ham are trying to spend 20 million on the right back, isn't it? Right, anyway, we're going to take this free kick. Ward-Prowse is going to swing it in. Maybe Creswell, but I think it'll be James Ward-Prowse. Everyone's in the box except Sufal. He's outside the box. He's not allowed in. Punishment from his mistake. Creswell whips it in, comes out. The referee's given a free kick. Someone's been a little bit naughty in the 18-yarder there. Steve says, commentator says back 5. I'm not listening to it, Steve. I don't really care what the commentator says. The amount of times I disagree with commentary doesn't mean I'm right. I just have a different opinion. My opinion is we're playing a back 4. I may change my mind in the next 2 minutes, but 3 minutes in, I'm saying, where's that mast? Colours, bang. It's a back 4. Kudus is on the right. Ward-Prowse is in the 10. And Emerson's left wing. Antonio up front. I think it's a back 4. I'm taking the commentator on, whoever it is. Don't know. Antonio, pen, surely. Have we got a pen? I should probably listen to the commentator here. Actually, could inform me of what's going on. Antonio pinched it off Anderson and then got kicked. In the Premier League, that's a pen. Where's the VAR? Bring in VAR now. They've got VAR in volleyball. I had the Olympics on in the background the other day, and they brought out VAR. The ball went out the whatever it is that they use to mark the court on the sand. It's a plastic strip, I guess. The ball went out. They had VAR for it. VAR in beach volleyball. It's gone too far. That was a pen, that was. Anyway, well done, Antonio. That was good. Charlie thinks it's a back five and Emerson's really far forward. No, I disagree with you as well, Charlie. Charlie and commentator out. Got another free kick. Anderson wrestling Antonio, and he got the free kick this time. Should have had a pen, though. Oh, he's booked Anderson for gobbing off. That doesn't happen too often in friendlies, does it? That's not a sensational yellow card. Not like Carvajal in the Euros. That was sensational. Right, Creswell's taking this one, maybe. Ward Prowse is over there as well. For people watching it, just Google it, apparently. I'm watching on West Ham's app because a couple of weeks ago, I paid £8 because I'm a mug. But it's also because it's my job, so I need to make sure I had an HD reliable stream. Saying that, we didn't get one against Baden, whatever they're called, the Hungarian team we played. Ferencváros, I don't know. Anyway, right. Liam says it's back four. Easy to see. Thank you, Liam. Ward Prowse decided to shoot from a ridiculous distance and angle, and unsurprisingly, did not score. Referee still writing Anderson's name in the book. Does have a lot of letters, to be fair. Oh, it's a plastic-free flag again. Where's the Arsenal fan? He's moved. Who's this geezer who rolled down socks? It must be that centre-back, I don't know. What's his name? Riyadh. Is that him? Who's Riyadh? Socks rolled down suggests flair player, doesn't it? Are we in agreement? Socks rolled down, flair player. Centre back with socks rolled down. That's bold. I'm here for it. Fabianski with what can only be described as a camera save. Will Hughes had a very tame effort, and Fabianski decided he was just going to punch it out for a throw-in rather than just catch it. Socks down is blocking Kudus. It might be Richards, to be fair. Who's 34? Charlie's still arguing it's a back five. Charlie's a back four. Look where Emerson is. He's in line with Kudus. Nah, I'm not having this back five stuff. That's back four. Doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. What's worrying, I guess, is that we can't really tell. Anyway, Edouard's running at Kilman. He's cut in, had a shot. Fabianski saved it. It's a corner to Palace. Well, Crystal Palace have decided to join in today's rioting. They're assaulting West Ham at the minute, 7 minutes in. And Crystal Palace look like the slightly better team so far. Edouard just sent Kilman back to Wolves for a minute there. So as I say, we always make Jordan Ayew look world class. It's quite worrying, isn't it? I watch him Palace quite a bit. In some games, he's just crap, and then he plays us, and it's just look at him. He's just pinging this ball in the box. Fabianski caught that one, though. Decided he wasn't going to punch that one out for a throw-in, which was kind of him. Creswell's got it in his hybrid left back position. We don't know what he's doing. What position he is, we're not sure. Creswell does look quite, to be fair to Charlie and the commentator, he does look a little bit central there on occasions. But then why is it? I don't know. But Emerson's like playing striker. Look, Emerson's position is either him or Creswell are out of position sometimes. I don't know. I'm going to try and not read the information too much. We'll have a dispute at halftime. No, we don't have a new badge, Frank. It's just a different color. It's just a different color badge. Umbro have got a new logo, so I don't like it coloring in the inner diamond. It's a bit strange. I didn't know they'd changed their logo. When I first saw the kit and had that Umbro, I thought it was like a fake. Look, Charlie, look where Creswell is. In left back. That's not left centre back. Look at him. Bevo. I hope you're looking, Bevo, at Creswell. Not left centre back. Anyway. There's Aaron Creswell, way out of position for a centre back, according to Charlie. Just a bit of for those asking, Charlie's got a new job. It's a really good job. We're still friends. We get on. Send him pictures of Moose getting Rodriguez's age wrong. Wishing him happy birthday. Schuster's asking how are we conceded? Well, Sufal missed the ball and Mitchell kicked it and it went in the net. And that's why people are tuning in for that in-depth analysis here in Hammers Chat. Hey, if you are here, though, whether you like the stream or not, I usually say if you've enjoyed the video, scrap that because I want to target all of you, not a small percentage. But if you're just watching the video, please do drop a like on it by clicking thumbs up. Subscribe you to Hammers Chat as well. Both things are free. Takes a few seconds. Makes me quite happy. Potts just gave the ball away. Now Hughes is passing it around like Tony Kroos in midfield. Who's that guy with blue boots? Oh, that's Kamada. That's Kamada. I've got him. Right, okay. Now we're passing it around. Potts has got it. He's just gave it back to Kilman. Ward Prowse has dropped in there as Aaron Creswell's pushed forward. Now 30 yards out of position if you think he's playing centre back. Waiting for Charlie to... I know he's sticking with his back five. Right then, what's going on? Klein is coming down the line with it. He's just done a 1-2 with Edouard. MLS has been promoted on the advertising boards at the minute. Will Hughes is playing like Andy Irving at the minute. Just strolling around midfield, making it look effortless, dictating play. He's been inspired by Andy Irving. Another cross from Klein. Keep that away from Sufal, please. Thank you. Klein's cutting in now. Here's Will Hughes on the ball again. Oh, he's just pinging it out to Mitchell now. Look at him go. What a boy. Palace are just knocking about at the moment, to be honest with you. Do you know how me and Charlie are disagreeing with which formation we're playing, right? I think Creswell and Emerson are disagreeing which formation we're playing as well. I think that's more worrying. It's not really a big deal that me and you see the formation differently. I ain't sure they know what formation they're playing. I've barely seen Kudus. I always say we should sub him on. Klein's just flicked over Creswell's head. Here we go. Oh, we've won it back. We're all right. Suchek's gave it to Sufal. Just to spice things up a bit of danger. Oh, he's gave it away. "13 minutes in. I'm not very impressed. It's not been very much fun watching this. Palace have got the mascot with them, the seagull thing. Is it a seagull? Well, it would make sense to be an eagle, wouldn't it? But it doesn't look like one. It looks like a seagull. Maybe someone should show the chip and see how it reacts, and then we'll know. Oh, good play here. Oh, that's lovely. Sexy football by West Ham, by the way. It's sexy football. Kamada cleared it. Sexy football came to an end after 10 seconds. Right, Sufal's got it. Back to Mavpanos. That was good play there by Emerson, Ward-Prowse and Souček. Good link-up play. Good move. Could just cut in, but just couldn't quite get the shot away. Well, look, I obviously know it's an eagle. I saw it at a glance, and it looks like a seagull. It does look like a seagull. Maybe they stole Brighton's mascot to get revenge for whatever went on with them and why they've got this rivalry. I did read about it. Does it do with a kit and a manager? I don't know. I did read about it once upon a time. I wanted to understand, and I understood, and I forgot. It looked like a seagull. Right, Lou, running commentary. There's not much happening, to be honest with you. There's kind of just Palace are knocking about at the back, and then we're getting in knocking about at the back. At the minute, it's a goal kick for Palace. Henderson's time wasting in a friendly. Ross, we're going to have Nick. Lopetegui's fuming about something. Maybe he's unsure if we're playing a back three or a back four and he's getting angry. I'm going to get angry if I can't tell which we're doing. It still looks like a back four to me, by the way. Anyway, they took a goal kick. Kamada fouls Souček, who's just rolled out to Creswell, who's now well out of position, according to Charlie. Just hoping Charlie changes his. ATM, I've just in over 15 minutes on the game on my stream, on the West Ham stream. There you go. I'll show a little bit. I'm not going to do this for the whole game because, copyright. Don't want to lose the channel, but a little cheeky glance, is it? Okay now and again, isn't it? Right, we've got to throw in halfway in our half. Sufal's taking it. There's no options. Souček's came short, but he doesn't want to give it to him, so he's going to go long down the line to nobody. Kudus is going to chase it, but easily dealt with. I think it's time to employ a throwing coach. I've always been intrigued. Wow, long ball over the top, and I use it, and he's flicked it down. Oh, that was a good save by Fabianski. Ayew flicked it down to Edouard. Good shot, actually. A decent strike. A comfortable save by Fabianski, but he held on to it really well. It's not the most inspiring performance so far, is it? I know I said to somebody earlier, I don't really care about the result, but I do care about some things of the game, and the performance is one of them, and there's not been too much to fouls being bad. I know he was at fault for the goal, but even in possession, he's been very sloppy. Lopetegui's still not happy, which is good, I guess, but he was unhappy last week. Nothing really did anything. They're taking ages with this throw-in. Hurry up, come on. Edouard's picked it up. He's looking for Mitchell out on the left, who's given it to Will Hughes, who's flicked over the head of Ward-Prowse. Souček got it, but we'll just ignore that because Will Hughes is running the game. Oh, Ayew just gave him a hospital pass there. Right, Freddie Potts has got it. Under pressure by Hughes. Looks for Kudus. He's lost it again, Kudus. He's not had the best start. Crikey, that was a good tackle. Nice crunchy tackle by that Palace defender. GP, thank you for the £5. That's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. Very kind. Might treat myself tomorrow with that £3 we get from YouTube off the back of it. What can I get? Maybe I'll just put in 40p and have a meal deal for lunch. Kelman's looked a little bit, not slow, but lethargic. That's a good word, isn't it? That's a good word. Edward's gone for a drink. Charlie's changed his mind. There he goes. He's not sure if it's a back five. Positions all over the shop, genuinely no clue. Sounds like somebody that's admitting it's a back four to me. But give him another 5 minutes and he might agree it's a back four. Anyway, right, 18.5 minutes gone. Crystal Palace have a free kick. Somebody's down. Will Hughes is down. He's been assaulted. GBH is the only way to stop him. Hey, turn around, defender. Right, okay. I was hoping to work out what defender that was. Can someone tell me, socks down, which Crystal Palace player that is? Someone that's listening. I think it's Rich. I'm not sure. Is it Richards? Is that him? He's having a good game, but I don't know which one it is. Nobody's told me who it is. No, we'll just call him socks down for now, I suppose. It's Riyadh. Thank you, Paul. I thought it was. Because I don't remember Richards running around with his socks down. I've seen Richards play. I've not seen Riyadh play before. I don't recall seeing him play anyway. But thank you very much, Paul and Colin. Very kind of you. Right, Sifal's got the ball. Looks for Antonio. Anderson's come in the back of him. Kudus has been fouled. No, he hasn't, says the referee. Kamada comes away with it. Nutmegs Emerson. Klein's got it. Pointing at the ball. Out to Mitchell. The goal scorer. Ball in. Touched away by Mavpanos. Clipped away by Potts. Oh, dear. They're going to cross it again, aren't they? Wow, Will Hughes is just pulling strings, honestly. Pulling strings. Goal! Antonio! And Antonio has made it 1-1. I didn't see the pass. I was looking at the live chat. I seen the goal. Only because someone said it was 1-1. I glanced back and saw the goal. But everyone's high-fiving Ward-Prowse, so I'm assuming he got the assist. But I will wait for the replay. Everyone's waving their free flags around. They get free flags, huh? What do we get? Concessions removed. Price increase. Wet if you sit in the first 20 rows. Anyway, the ball came out. It bounced. Anderson. Oh, he's completely missed it. Really bad missed kick from Anderson to Antonio. Good finish. Composed finish by Michael Antonio. And apparently the commentators just called him Michael Antonio. Charlie? The commentator called him Michael Antonio. That is who you agree with in terms of the formation. Just saying. Chris saying crap defending by Crystal Palace. It was. Anderson and Sufala are not having good games out on that pitch today. Ross says Lopetegui will get his ticking eventually. A big old shift in style of play. Paul says Riyadh's been keeping Kudus quiet. He has actually. He's done quite good, Riyadh. Vinny's asking about Kilman. Right, you lot in the live chat reply about Kilman and let Vinny know what you think Kilman's doing. I ain't speaking because someone will assume I hate Max Kilman, want him to die if I criticise him. So, but other people can say what they think about Max Kilman's performance in the first 22 minutes and let Vinny know. Rex says West Ham win, Lopetegui wins, Wolves are first silverware, Stateside. There you go. So Fowles just flew over the top of Mitchell's head. Nobody's speaking about Kilman, I don't think. Liam, however, hates Sufal and Souček. He says that they've got no chance of playing this setup. Their weaknesses are fully on show. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. We did a video, didn't we? Myself and Gonzo. As soon as Lopetegui was announced, and them two were the two I was concerned about. I can't remember who my third guy was, but them two were my main two. I was a bit concerned about the switching style. Anyway, Caduceus got he's giving it to Emerson on the left-hand side, who's just tried to have a shot from a ridiculous distance. West Ham fans were excited to touch the ball, though. Marky said none of our back 4 or 5 have been great so far. Brilliant. No, Somerville is not playing commentator. He's still in England. I don't think it'll be. Curse is 2 impressed by Kilman so far. It's only a friendly. Jasper said he looks fine, and just have panels. Oh, Hammerhead's there. There you go. He's fist pumping some fans. As White says, if I've been worse on a team, in Suchek looks like a giraffe learning to walk. Right, we're 25 minutes in. It's currently 1-1. I forgot to update the score on the thing. I'll do that at half-time. Kilman's on the ball. It's good at my panels just inside West Ham's half. More pressure again, dropping for it. He's been the player that's been doing that the most so far. The out the 3 in midfield, dropping deep to get the ball off centre-backs. Gave it to Kilman. He goes for the long diagonal to Mavropanos. He flicks it to Antonio. Brought down well, actually, Antonio, that. The pass is too short to Emerson. To Creswell. Then him and Klein sort of ducked it. And we got a throw in. He's decided Klein did touch it. Creswell has influenced the Lino's decision. What a skipper. Chris thinks Kilman looks poor, but CL said Antonio looks fresh. Charles 7 Palace gets the balls like last season. They're just running out of our back line. Shush thinks Kilman looks a little bit out of shape. Aspect says a good ball from Antonio. I don't disagree with that. It was all right. I want to see a bit more from those passes from Kilman, especially with if Caduceus is out on the right. I want to see those a little bit more frequently. Caduceus has just absolutely done Kamada there. Now he's running at Riyadh and Will Hughes. Ball goes loose. It's picked up by Jeffrey Schlupp, and Ward-Prowse has to foul him because it's the only way you can stop Jeffrey Schlupp. GBH. Surprised he's still there. He's not a good footballer. Do not rate him. There's just some players you never really rate. Jeffrey Schlupp is one of those players for me. Alex Iwobi. He's done all right at Fulham, to be fair. But Arsenal and Everton, I know he was a good player for Everton for about 3 months, but it's not really enough when you cost 40 million. Anyway, Caduceus gave away. Oh, my word. IU's just absolutely done Kilman there. Edwards running at Soufal. Mavropanos heads it wide. Corner kick. We are being cut open at times. On the bottom of my stream, the club are promoting the stream I'm watching and trying to get me to pay $4.99 for the stream I am watching. Saying that, I've had 100 emails and texts from the club about the Betway Cup. Right, corner by Crystal Palace. Anderson has it in. It's away by Emerson. And Will Hughes will go and retrieve it. I'm getting messages from Charlie here. What's this? Oh. He's a Schlupp fanboy. Kilman puts it behind. Another corner for Crystal Palace. 27.5 minutes gone. It's West Ham 1, Palace 1. May have been an offside. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's just a corner. Oh, we've got a drinks break. All right, well, in that case then, I shall participate. Drinks break. As if we're not going to do... Well, I guess we'll do a little change at half time. Might not. We've got a youngster. Fluffy said I'm lacking the Charlie X factor. I don't disagree. I don't like this. I don't like doing watch alongs. I'm out of comfort zone, Fluffy. here I am, doing one's best. Liam says we need Alvarez back and get Rodriguez integrated ASAP. We're missing a proper 6. I do agree with that one, I have to say. Marky says Sufal's got his boots on the wrong feet. Stephen says you can't tell much difference between what you're seeing from Lopetegui and what you're seeing from David Moyes. John says Souček looked good on the roller coaster and Cresswell's hair was superb. That man's got a brand deal in him when he stops playing football, doesn't he, Adam Cresswell? Whatever product he uses in his hair. What minute did Antonio score? What do we reckon? I'm just going to make it up. It was around about the 20th, weren't it? That'll do me. 20. 1-1. Let me pop my banner back up. There you go. There you are. Banner has returned. 1-1. Antonio. Hopefully. It was around about the 20th minute he scored. Chico says 21. That's fine. 1 minute out. I'm not that bothered. Right, we're back. The players are back on the pitch for the Crystal Palace corner. Still 1-1, obviously, because nobody scored during the jinx break. Would make sense. And Will Hughes has gone over to take the corner. Why wouldn't he? Absolute puppeteer with all these strings he's pulling in the first half. Someone's gone short. And he's used it. Oh, it's Ayew, that's why. Well, Crystal Palace did the oldest trick in the book and it worked. It's been headed up and Anderson's had a goal, but it's collected by Lucas Fabianski. With a long ball up to Kudus. What a take by Kudus. My word, he's some player. He's now running past Klein, has a shot gone wide, but that touch to take him past Mitchell. And Mitchell's a bloody good defender as well. That touch by Kudus is just exceptional. Oh, that's a corner, that. Did we get a corner? Yes, we did. It's a corner kick to West Ham. Good run by Kudus, unlucky. Johnny, just so you know, we played Crystal Palace earlier and we won 3-0. And Bowen, Paqueta, Zuma, Ings, Cornet all played in that match and they're not on the bench tonight. Right, corner kick in by Ward-Prowse, comes out and Soufal has a shot and it goes over the bar. I feel a bit sorry for him. Can't even score in a friendly, never mind a competitive fixture for us. I'm rooting for him. I'd like to see him do it, by the way. I'd like to see Soufal score a goal this season. It would be nice. He certainly wants to. He doesn't mind a pop now and again from distance, does he? He's a bit like Joe Gomez at Liverpool. He kept shooting as well. Robbie asking if we think we'll play the big hitters next weekend against Celta Vigo. I think so. I think you'll see a very strong team from West Ham. Last friendly, a week before we take on Aston Villa, I think we might get an idea of what Lopetegui's starting 11 is going to be. Obviously, we'll have Somerville, hopefully have Rodriguez, Fulkrug, maybe even Wan-Bissaka. So it's not even just the current set of players, just the new signings should be available for him too. Anyway, got a free kick just inside the road half. Antonio was booted in the back of the calves. They keep showing the West Ham fans from this particular angle. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're singing and there's some bubbles being popped out. God knows. Frank saying Irving is on the bench on Twitter. Yeah, no, he's on the bench on here as well. Look, here's the bench. He's there. Don't worry, Frank. I got it. Stay. Irving is on the bench. Colin, no, Soufal hasn't scored a goal for us. That's why he sometimes keeps shooting. Kevin says there's a topless woman. Where? I didn't see that. Maybe that's what when the flag said plastic free zone, maybe that's what it was referring to. I thought it was just a bit of a go green kind of message, you know, as I sip from my plastic Highland Spring bottle. Anyway, Potts is on the ball now, gives it back to Kilman, back to Potts, toward Prowse, back to Kilman, back to Fabianski, who's looking like he's going to belt it, and he does. And it's a really good pass, actually, to Soufal. Oh, my word, he's hit the post! And it's gone behind. Soufal almost just scored from the corner. Fabianski, I thought it was just like a long punt upfield, but he actually puts Soufal in behind the fullbacks. And now I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's crossed it, right? I think it was a cross, but he hits it with the pace of a shot, and he just bounces off the post, catches Henderson out completely. He just puts his laser. Well, he just hits the bar, comes down to Emerson, and then Anderson blocks any attempt Emerson can have. Almost an outrageous goal from Soufal. Literally, we're just speaking about Soufal not scoring. From the resulting corner, Souček got his head on the James Ward-Prowse delivery, but it went comfortably wide in the end. I feel a bit sorry for Soufal. That would have been a nice moment. I'd still like him to score a competitive goal, but even just scoring in the friendly would be nice. It'd be fun, like Dean Ashton scoring in Mark Noble's testimonial. A bit of fun. Edwards brought this down well, and he looks for Mitchell, who's flicked over Soufal to Kamada and got it back. But Kudus pushes him off the ball fairly, and he's away. Kudus is on one. He's livened up in the last 5-10 minutes. I like it. I like a lively Mohamed Kudus. Unstoppable. We're still having disputes as to what the formation is, so right, Kelman's got the ball out to Mavropanos just inside our own half. Pitch looks a bit turfed up, doesn't it? Try to give it to Kudus, but it's well won by Anderson, who's on the booking. But I guess in a friendly, you don't really have to worry about being on the booking in a friendly, do you? If you're going to do something stupid again, the referee will just tell that your gaffer you've got to be subbed off rather than sending you off. Don't get too many red cards in friendlies. Understandable, I don't want to see anyone sent off, by the way. But anyway, Palace are passing about now. Cabanda's got it, just gives it back to Richards. Back to Henderson, who's going to play it across to Riyad. No, he doesn't. He just boots out for throwing. Could have played it to Riyad, who was on his own. Dodgy goalkeeping that, but good pressing by West Ham there, actually. Antonio, the main one. Edwin says you can't keep playing Ward-Prowse and Souček expecting different results. And Sanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different. Jeff says Chelsea are going down this season. He's calling it. Mark says, I don't look like I'm enjoying it. Mark, the game's not that fun, and I don't really like doing watch-alongs, should be told. But to be fair, I'm not disliking it. Oh, Ayu's turned... Oh, what a tackle by Kilman. Listen, I've been saying Kilman's had a quiet half. That was a really good block there, actually. Ayu just threaded it through to Edouard, and it looked like he was in, and he was going to get a shot away. But Kilman, maybe not quite last-ditch, but near enough, last-ditch tackle. But it was a really clean tackle as well by Kilman. I like it. Good defending by our new centre-back. And now Potts has it, and he's just a little short pass to Souček in the middle of the pitch. Out to Konstantinos Mavropanos. Nearly 38 minutes gone on the clock. Cyber said 1-0 Palace. It's not. It's 1-1. Michael Antonio scored. Michael Antonio scored a goal. Loud says Kilman only has a 45% tackle success rate. I'd have to look it up. Is that Soufal making a run down? It is. Soufal has made a run down the middle of the pitch. Kilman almost found him. Good goalkeeping, to be fair. That was unlucky from Sufal. Good run. Don't want to see him doing it during the Premier League, though, but in friendlies, not too bothered. Sufal's got it in field now, and he's trying to spray it around, but it was a poor ball in the end, but it's cleared by Crystal Palace. But it's gone back and out for throw-in, and Ward-Prowse has just booted it out the stadium. Scott's asking about watch-alongs for the season. It's Nick and Mark. You've seen Nick a couple of times. You've seen Mark once. They're just both away at the minute, unfortunately. They're both back for next weekend. So if the game against Celta Vigo is live streamed, there will be a watch-along with Nick and Mark. So if you're not going to the game, for whatever reason, you don't live in England, you're participating in a boycott, do come and join them, because they could do with getting to know you getting to know them. Just ease them in, help them out a little bit. Whoever tuned in with myself and Nick for the Dagenham game was really nice in the live chat, because just calmed him a little bit. Some virtual arms around him, chilled him out. It was good. It benefited Nick a lot, actually. Jeffrey Schlupp is on the ball, who plays it back to Riyadh and out to Mitchell on the halfway line, out on the left-hand side. And just to say, I'm going to have to stop saying this, right? Charlie gets a lot as well. Charlie's no longer part of Hammershot, unfortunately. Big sad. He's got a new job. It's a dream job. It's a fantastic opportunity for him. So he took it, understandably. But as a result, he can no longer do Hammers Chat. So we lost Charlie after 9 years of Charlie on Hammers Chat YouTube. Charlie no more. So we've got Nick in, Mark in. Damien's asking about Mavropanos. Weirdly, I feel like he's been untested defensively. Just literally just got tested defensively, and he did well. Through ball, a bit of a physical one with Edouard there. Nice little touch just to have the ball through to Fabianski. But he's been quite quiet, Mavropanos. I think Kilman's been sort of more involved at the two. But saying that, he's away, get called into action again and just jumps out of the way this time. Souček who's tackling, corner Crystal Palace, 40 minutes on the clock. Still 1-1. I think we've been a bit better in the last 10 minutes or so. I think we were quite quiet for the first 15, 20 minutes. That Palace with a better side. Feel like we've grown into it a little bit. I think Kudus has started playing well in the last 10, 15 minutes, which coincides with us playing a bit better. Sufal started to be a bit calmer. I think he was a bit erratic. Jordan Ayew doing the crossed hammers as a corner signal, which obviously means cross it towards the goalkeeper, as that is what he did. And it's a throw in to Crystal Palace. Fabianski unhappy with the challenge, or old, or both. I think it's both. I know how you feel, Lucas. You're promoting Crystal Palace on the advertising board now. We paid for that. Bet we've not paid for anything. Probably threatened them. Put us on the advertising board, or we will go to a hockey team and get some there. Oh no, we've got some. We've got QuickBooks on. Yep, that's good use of our advertising space. Right, ball back to Dean Henderson inside his own box. And out to Riyadh, also inside the Crystal Palace box. But Kudus is pushing up. Long ball looking for Ayew, but Mavropanos beats him in there. And there's now a throw into Palace just inside West Ham's half. Still 1-1. Frank says he thinks Mavropanos is looking shaky. The girl needs to buckle down and start partnering Kilman. Possibly. I think Gerard's actually looked good pre-season. I think I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. I'd imagine he'll come on at half-time. There's not that many senior players on the bench. Right, Klein with a cross in, and it's come to Ayew, who's should really be hitting the back of the net with that, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with our defence there. Well, nothing. That's the problem. Nothing was going on with our defence. It was a decent ball in by Nathaniel Klein to Ayew, but a huge gap between Soufal and Mavropanos, a good 5-10 yards, and now he's just stood in the middle of them, unmarked, on the volley. He should be doing better. He should be scoring that one on Andre Ayew, but wide it goes. And the resulting goal kick flicked on by Souček, cleared by Anderson, and it's now a game of head tennis. And Souček's tried to play Antonio through, he's putting the pressure on Richards, but he guides it back to Dane Henderson, who's just tried to thread a ball through the middle of the pitch and went to Kilman and has gone back to Fabianski. Anyway, but Crystal Palace have been sloppy at times as well. I think they're a bit calmer than West Ham. Potts is looking okay. Nice little ball there from Potts into Antonio. Shrugged off a couple of Palace challenges while facing his own goal. And Kilman doing one of his long diagonals, looking for Soufal, who beats Mitchell in the air. Kudus challenges Riyad, but Riyad wins again. He's impressed me this half. But the loose ball found its way out to Jordan Ayew on the left-hand side, who gives it back to Mitchell. Bertie said our defence is still last year's plus Kilman, which doesn't fill him with much confidence. It is, but I think we can feel confident we're going to have a right back. Whether it's Wan-Bissaka or someone else, we'll have to wait and see. Frankie Mason says, I think Lopetegui is a smart man, and these two last games will let him know that Souček is not the answer for us in midfield. And we'll now have a rough idea who needs shipping out. West Ham Massive says Soufal on the wrong side. I wouldn't be surprised if he's hooked at half-time. It's not been a great showing, has it? That might speed up the pursuit of Wan-Bissaka, actually. Soufal's performance thus far doesn't fill you much confidence. I think he's got a bit calmer as this half wore on, but it's still not great. Frank swears Antonio looks like a brand new player. Good passing, good pressing, good finish. He's not the Antonio last season. I think Antonio was all right last season, actually. I think he was decent enough. I agree with today's game, though. I think Antonio's looked good. I liked what he said during the week, actually. I've seen some of his comments. We'll discuss that at half-time. I think I like it. I like what I've seen or heard from Mikel Antonio. And that's half-time. Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 1. Goals from Mitchell and then Mikel and Tony. Oh, Jeff says, give Charlie advantage and bring him back. I promise you, Jeff, I tried to keep him. We did all we could, but we just can't. He was, part-time at Hammers Chat, and there's just no way we could give him a full-time job, unfortunately. I wish we could, but Hammers Chat just isn't big enough, unfortunately. Gucci says, I see at least 6 changes from now until the end of the season. Maybe 3 or 4. I think you'll get 3 or 4. I don't know if you get 6. Last season compared to next season, I think you'll get 6. I think some of them are already at the club, though. Right then, get your thoughts in about the first half. Let's see what you're all thinking about the first half. Suspect says, hopefully Lopetegui puts on budgie smugglers. I hope not. Him wearing shorts is enough. Sean said that was awful. Can't really disagree. It wasn't great, was it? Damien loves Antonio. He's going to bench another striker if we don't get Duran at 35. What a man. Mitch says, can anyone who rates Soufal please tell me what he's seeing? I think he's all right. Listen, he's having a bad game today. I don't want him to be our first choice right back next season, but I certainly want him to be around next season. He's got a contract to try and earn at West Ham. And I think it's fair that we go into the season sort of jury's out and just see what he can produce and earn that new deal. He might not be good enough next summer. We have to go get a right back. That's fine. The club have got 12 months notice to go and get somebody lined up. But this is where I like the business that we're doing. And this is where I think you need foundation before you can really see youngsters joining the club. Ricky's dad, thank you. You've been very kind. Saying he's enjoying the watch along. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ricky's dad. Mr. Wim says Sufal, bless him, is struggling. George says Fabianski, Ward-Prowse good. The rest have been League One. I think Antonio has looked good. Jasper says Sufal's been a bit useless. And George says our defence has been awful, especially fullbacks. Peter says not really sure where Ward-Prowse is playing. Needs to be making some runs, really. The attack is missing that extra player. I agree with that one. Bob says it's well worth staying up for. Tyler says Kilman looks terrible. Paul says it's hardly a riveting watch. Mancini says we keep buying wingers when we need defenders. No, we've still not had a free kick for Ward-Prowse. Charlie says first half still pretty messy. Feels like a team who are in the middle of a transition and missing most of the best players. Cyber says time for Baby Bell. I do not have any in. I don't mind a Baby Bell, by the way. I only get them when they're on offer. I'm tight like that. Most of my shopping, I can't be the only one. Time to go for a tangent. Can't be the only one whose weekly shop is influenced heavily by what is on offer in the store, right? Surely not. I go in with the trolley. I'm ready. Got my scanner. I use the scan as you go at Tesco. I like it. Scanner's ready. Bags are ready. And I go up and down the aisles looking for club card price stuff. And then that determines what I'm having for tea. Now and again, I'll be like, I want to have this and I'll go get this. But usually, I'm influenced by what's on offer. So I have to wait for the Baby Bells to be on offer before I can purchase Baby Bells. You can take the man out of Scotland. Luke says, feels different having more than 50% possession for once. I will actually have 50% possession. Nah. I don't think you're going to get the statistics on a friendly, but it doesn't feel like we've had 50% possession. Lag says, not really surprised, a bit slow. Imagine trying to get yourself up for playing a game half empty, full of Americans. Plus, we had a game earlier. I don't think any of these started. I can't recall. I don't think any of these started. Steve says the pitch is like a ploughed field. It does look awful. It's not a great pitch, is it? Ashley says, Sufal's been awful, but when he hit the bar, he turned into Roberto Carlos. Yeah. Scott says, I'm the yellow sticker man. No, I don't go for the yellow sticker bit. It's the club card prices, not reduced stuff. Offers. Shamrock says, so Hellofish is really good, genuinely. They're not. Hellofish aren't sponsoring this video. We've got one more video sponsored by HelloFresh. It's not for a couple of months, but they are generally really good. We get to once a month. I pay. Can't afford 4 weeks of it, so I get one box a month. I get for HelloFresh. It's nice to go on, and I just pick things. I might have like chicken with a sauce I've never heard of. I'm like, I have a bit of that. Go on then, see what that's all about. Then I keep the recipes. Then I can make it myself going forward with ingredients from the store. So HelloFresh, I recommend HelloFresh. We've got a rule at Hammers Chat. Charlie's left Hammers Chat, right? And he can back me up now. If we won't buy it or use it, we won't promote it. We turned down a lot of brand deals. There was a bookmaker that approached us literally 2 weeks ago that we said, not working with you because I don't like them. My account's restricted on that bookmaker's account. How can I promote them? Oh, yeah, go bet with them. My maximum stake's 50p, but you should all go and get an account with them. So we're very picky, which, not ideal sometimes, because we're missing out on money, but I think it's better to stick to your beliefs and take less money than cash in and piss everyone off. So we're very picky with the brand deals. James says, what's Antonio been saying? Right, Antonio's comments, I'm going to loosely quote him here. He said that he's the number 9 and whoever comes in, and he means shirt number, he's a number 9, and when someone comes in this summer, they've got a fight on their hands with him next season because he's not giving up that position. He said, and this is what I liked about him, right? Antonio said that he's lost a bit of pace. He said he's not lost it all, he's not lost it completely, but he has lost a bit of pace. And he gives it his all. He always gives it his all. But and then this is where he gets a little bit jokey, but A, it's true, and B, I quite like it. He said that when he's done, he can't move and you need to sub him off. I mean, we know. But it's honesty, it's true. I quite like it. And Antonio can sometimes be he can come across quite arrogant sometimes. I think a lot of stuff he says on that bloody podcast with Callum Wilson, I think it gets taken out of context and put into text form. And I think that's really bad and really dangerous because you're removing, first of all, the context, but you're also removing tone. So what Antonio could say with a smile on his face while laughing and Callum Wilson's laughing, when it gets put into a written format, it just sounds really bad. So I think sometimes he gets a bit stitched up with these podcasts he does. But yeah, he's correct with the... Paul says, name and shame him. I will not do that. Troy says, Commander going to be a good sign for Palace. Yeah, I think so. Especially on a freebie. You can't really go wrong on that one, can you? Eben says, lots of long balls with good pressure. Need to keep it up second half and tighten up at the back. I want to see Guilherme on, though. I'm ready for a little bit of Guilherme time. Shamrock says, nice to see you. Got an animated manager and angry manager on the touchline. Bale Garner says, Antonio Kilman played well. Moyes killed Mavropanos. He wants to play for Lopetegui. I assume it's Mavropanos. Stephen says you can see what Kilman's brought in for. Yeah, he likes that 40-yard ball, doesn't he? I'm just backing up my claim earlier. Charlie's backing up my claim earlier, saying he's seen me turn down good brand deals because of my rule. He respects it. I ain't going back. That's why when we do a brand deal and I'll say it's a good app, I do genuinely mean it. I've downloaded it, etc. Like Match Bingo, for example. When we had the initial conversation, I said, mate, you're going to have to give me a month because I need to go download the app, sign up to it, and play it and use it for a month before I even considered doing a brand deal with you. So we were a bit behind. Other channels got the brand deal ahead of us. Not West Ham. We were the only West Ham channel. But other clubs' fan channels had Match Bingo from the word go. I thought, you've not even tested it. It could be crap, bro, you know. Turned out it was good. But, God, thing, like our merch, when we took out T-shirts, we've now got the make of T-shirt and we've got our supplier sorted. But initially, I bought some, sent some to Gonzo, and basically said to Gonzo, look, we're going to need to wear this and wash it a lot in the next couple of weeks. So we have to wash it like 4 or 5 times before we sold it to make sure that it wouldn't shrink, the print doesn't come off and stuff like that. We do our best. We do our best around here. Right. Fear says, not sure how I feel about the formation. It's a bit all over the place down the side, in my opinion. Why was Soufal chasing down and goal? I don't know. He was just off down the middle of the pitch. Hammer bites. Antonio will be deadly off the pitch. That's how we need him to rely on him at this stage of the career. Off the bench, not off the pitch. Sorry, he would be good off the bench. I'm looking forward to super sub Mikel Antonio, truth be told. Need a goal and Antonio's coming on, or you're 2-0 up and Antonio's coming on to run at a tired defence. Yes, please. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, can I just say, Hammer Bites, I like this YouTube channel. They're quite new. They're a new YouTube channel. However, I do like them. They're different. Storytelling, very short format, AI, Photoshop stuff. I'm pretty jealous. I wish I could do it. I can't. But it's really good. YouTube channel. So go find them on YouTube and subscribe to Hammer's Bites. There you go. Bill said it was Antonio he was referring to. There you go. Thank you. Emmy, of course it is. Mikel Antonio. I thought it was an abbreviation from Mavropanos. So Bill saying that Antonio will be better under Lopetegui. Charlie's saying I upgraded the shirt manufacturing stuff. Even though it made Hammer's Chat make less money. We run, I kid you not, we run at a loss with postage at the minute. I know it's a bit silly and I will change it, but I just feel guilty. I feel bad about putting postage, the price of postage up, but the Royal Mail have put it up. So we're running at a loss on the parcels. If it's a parcel we send, yeah, we lose about 30p at the minute. So I'm going to have to put the price up. I just don't want to do it. Bad for business, I know, but it's good for customer service. So, you know. Jeff said Palace are a decent team. No shame in losing this game. We're not losing though. We're drawing. We can do this. We need Guilherme on. I want to see a little bit of Guilherme. Eben said Antonio Füllkrug are good for half one, known as a super sub by Germany. Mark likes Hammer Bites as well, and Hammer Bites I just didn't think it's good. I like him. I like Hammer Bites. Breezy's given Kamada's giving him her flashbacks. Hammer Bites. Hey, listen, are we doing a deal live on YouTube right now or something? You know where our email is. Get in touch. We'll buy the channel. Hostile takeover. Paul says Kretinsky's putting up. Do you mean Hammer Bites? That'd be funny. Kretinsky's sitting there. This is why we ain't having Betway as our sponsor anymore. Let's go. I would like that. That'd be funny. Oh, put the Royal Mail prices up. Sorry. That makes more sense. That's not as fun, is it? Yeah, but Kretinsky, sort this out, mate. Can I get well, we do get a little discount because we're a business. Shamrock paid £8 for recorded delivery. Well, we charge £3.80 and it's tracked 4 to 8. So it arrives on Saturdays. We only get one pickup day from the postman. That's a Thursday. So if you buy something today, will arrive next Saturday. Buy something Wednesday, will arrive next Saturday. But we charge £3.80, track 4 to 8. I think it's a good price, right? But then whenever I go and buy something, I'm like, £6 delivery. We charge £3.80, and you're a much bigger corporation than us. You ain't paying what I'm paying. We pay a lot because we don't have that many parcels. Mugged off. These companies are making 3-4 quid off deliveries. Anyway, Gareth said Callum Marshall's going to come on and bag a winner. Westwood Hammer says, let's bring on clean sheet Fodringham. Not on the bench. He's gone AWOL. This is the bench for West Ham. We've got Herrick, who's a young goalkeeper, who was in goal against Crystal Palace earlier on today when we won 3-0 and had a really good game by all accounts. So I don't know where Fodringham's gone. He might have a small injury or something. Gerard's on there. I expect to see him out for the second half. Robinson, Casey, Scarles, and then we've also got Orford, Irving, Kelly, Earthy, Guilherme, Kadua, and Marshall. I would like to see a Gerd and Guilherme on at half time. There's a bit of a light show going on in the stadium. Either that or the bulbs are flickering, one of the two. But it looks like West Ham are back out. Crystal Palace, however, are not. Perth Hammer is still, it's 1-1. Let me just pop the, oh, that's the wrong button. There you go. That's 11 back up. Bill will put Scarles on the left-hand side. Carl said, I keep saying earlier game, am I joking? No, right. I'm telling the truth, Carl, and anybody else listening. This is the truth. We played Crystal Palace earlier today. It was only, my stream's paused. What are you doing? I'm behind. Oh, I might be behind now. I've got techno lights going off and everything. What is going on? Where's the scroll thing? Like the timer cursor? This club, honestly. Have I got to pay extra money for that or something? Can't invade. He's like, hey, you want to scroll? You want to speed up and be live? An extra quid, please, Gio. Anyway, I might be behind now. I don't know. I've just got some sort of disco going on at the stadium. Crystal Palace are back out on the pitch now. Right. Earlier, we played Crystal Palace earlier because we were worried that this game might be impacted by the weather, just like it was last week, and the game would potentially get called off. So as a result, they had a 1 hour game, half an hour each way. And in that match, we had Paqueta, Bowen play. We won 3-0. Ings and Cornet scored as well as Jarrod Bowen, but Danny Ings and Maxwell Cornet scored in that match. Kurt Zuma played. That's why they're not involved in this game. That's why they're not on the bench. They're sort of senior players. Now, there was some that played that are on the bench, like Kadura and Scarles and Orford, they played earlier. And on. Now everybody's talking about the subs, and I'm behind now because I pushed that button. Right, let me click live. Does fuck all difference. What's the point of that button? It doesn't do anything. Oh, fucking stress me out, the stuff this club does. Right, what we got? People are saying Agard's on. I can see him. Agard has come on. I can confirm. Agard on for Potts. We're defending the 1-1, are we? Right then. Let's get rocking and rolling. Looks like Emerson's playing centre midfield now. Cresswell's left wing back. Is Emerson centre mid? Charlie, do you agree with me on this one, or are you going to disagree with me here? Is Emerson playing centre mid? It looks like to me, we've gone to a back three. I agree with you now, Charlie. Cresswell's left wing back, and Emerson's now gone centre mid. That was a lovely ball by Mavropanos to Kilman, though. I like that kind of pass. All right, here's Cresswell into our new centre midfield in Emerson. I like it. I like experimenting in pre-season. There was a comment that really tickled me, by the way. Now I've lost it. I'm scrolling to find it because it was funny. Lags Walker says it's £5 stream match unless you're disabled, young or old, and it's £10. Brilliant. Made me smile. Thank you very much. Anyway, Baz, I think Emerson's playing centre midfield. That's confirmation for me. I'm having it. Thank you. Dylan just apparently agreed has won the World Cup according to the commentator. Now, Emerson's playing centre mid with James Ward-Prowse and Souček. This man's played in various different positions throughout pre-season, Emerson, hasn't he? All right, Souček's on the ball. Really bad passing to Emerson, but it's fallen to Ward-Prowse. Soufal's up front for some reason. Do you reckon they just picked their positions on the ball at half-time or something? Do you know, like the Kardashians had to? Clearly, they had to pick publicity stunts in the ball, right? Kim, porno. Oh, right, okay, there we go. And then Brucey went. Sex change. He got the badge rod, didn't he? Probably didn't do the Rod Stewart technique. If he'd done that, he wouldn't have got that one. He got something else. Maybe at halftime they just picked one out and Emerson got centre mid. Happy days. I'm centre mid, boys. But anyway, he's covering Emerson. It's gone out for a throw in to Crystal Palace down in the corner. Mitchell's threw it back to Riyadh. Palace haven't made much changes, if any, at halftime. Cresswell just mugged off Klein. I like it. Just ducked. Went out for a throw in. I did make a Kardashian reference, Charlie. I did. So what happens in watch along? I've had no sleep the last 2 nights. Doing a watch along on my own. Unscripted violence coming out of my mouth tonight. Right, we've got a throw in. Antonio's won a throw in. I don't know what's going on now. You didn't hear me fart, Nick. It's the chair. Hang on. There you go. There you go. There you go. The chair is squeaky. Right, Agard spring out to Mavropanos, who is trotting forward with the ball. Nice little 1-2 with Ward-Prowse. Back to Agard, out to Kilman. The 3 centre-backs deciding who's going long, and it's Max Kilman that goes long. Usually won by Richards, though. These long passes are going to be very common at West Ham next season from our centre-backs. Just to confirm, it's still 1-1, Cyber. Yes, it's 1-1. I've not done it for a few minutes, so please do drop a like on the video. Click the thumbs up. Click it. Don't double click it because it removes it. Just click it once. Subscribe if you're new to Hammer's Chat. It's an ambitious target, right? But if we could hit 40,000 before the start of the season, I'd be very happy. We need 520, 2 weeks. I'm not sure we can do it, but we can try. Cyber, we're into the second half, 50 minutes. Julia saying I'm slightly behind. I know I'm behind. It's because my screen went dark, right? It went dark, so I touched it to keep it alive. I accidentally touched the bit where the video is, and it decided to pause my stream. So I pushed play, and I was looking for the cursor to bring me up to speed, and there isn't one. There's a button that says live. I clicked it, and nothing happened. I clicked it again, and it paused again. So I could refresh it, but I'll be honest with you, I'm scared that my stream will just disappear altogether. So I'm going to stick a minute behind. Mitchell just played into Io. Good defended by Mav Palace. Goal kick to West Ham. Cyber saying, why is Gonzo asleep? He's not asleep. Well, he might be. He should be. It's 1:10. He's away tonight. Gonzo's away tonight. He's busy. He's pinballing. Peoing, peoing. He's at a little competition. But he'll watch the game. He'll watch the game tomorrow. One advantage of Wise Scout is the game will be on there, so he can just watch it. Slap fouling people. Surprise. What's happening here? Is the ball flat? We have a flat ball. Now we've got 2 on the pitch. Anyway. Michael's on 51 minutes. I'm on 52. You must have pushed the play button. Don't bother looking for a cursor. There isn't one. Cyber. Are you threatening to beat me up? Oh, Suchek's in the book for clattering Will Hughes. The only way to stop him. Man's been balling all afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever. I don't know, Cyber. I don't know when my next game is, to be honest with you. I don't have much funds available, so I've just had to accept. When you got to save a few pennies, you got to have a look at your outgoings and to cut back. In London is expensive, so I don't know. I'll try to get to 1 or 2 soon, but it won't be the Villa game or the Man City game, that's for sure. Oh, it's a bloody long replay. I thought I'd seen that. It's just showing me like a 2-minute long replay in order for the yellow card, and I thought it was live for a second there. Oh no, he's got a second booking, but it's not. It's the same one. Anyway, the free kick was a long ball in. Riyadh got on the end of it, but well defended in the end by Max Kilman. Damien asking if we're looking forward to Somerville. He thinks he's going to shine, hanging a lot of hope on him as a signing. I'm intrigued as to what we're going to do. We've got a lot of bloody players. And I know a lot of people are doing... Do you know when people do their hypothetical 11s? I'm all for it. By the way, I'm all for it. Do your hypothetical 11s. It's fun. It's what football should be. Opinions. But I see a lot of people wanting Alvarez and Paqueta and like a double pivot with Somerville, Kudus, Bowen, Fulkrug. And I get it. I understand why. I have reservations over that working. Oh, Gatesy, I wasn't looking for free tickets. Don't worry, I've got my season ticket. My season ticket's sorted. It's just the travel and stuff. And a lot of the trains are I can't get there and back on the same day, so it involves overnight stays. It's just expensive. One game we went to last season, we played Sheffield United, was it? With the train strike weekend. Honestly, it cost like 500 quid to go to that one game, just to watch West Ham for one game. So I just got a lot going on in my personal life at the moment, so it just means that I need to cut back, which is what everybody has to do. We all have to do it. I'm no different to anybody else. But thank you, Gatesy. I appreciate the offer. And that's my chair squeaking before Nick rocks up accusing me of farting. Trust me, if I farted, I would just own it. So yeah, I did. It's not like you can smell it through the screen. You're all right. You're safe. Gouchy said definitely a bit chaotic, like a new regime. Bertie said a lot of forward options, precious, a few at the back in regards to West Ham's squad. Westwood said, can't believe I managed to get up at 5:30 this morning reporting. Today's my day off. I try and get like one day off a week. Otherwise, I get put in the bad books. So I got up, did my video at 5:30, so then I was finished work by 7, and then I didn't start again until 11:15 tonight. I was doing YouTube comments during the day, but that's like a day off as far as I'm concerned. So as good as it's going to get. All right, so throw into Crystal Palace. Mitchell shall take it just inside the Crystal Palace half. Back to Riyadh and all the way back to Dean Henderson. Out to Richards. We're pressing high at the minute, which is good, and Creswell's nicked it. And possibly he's won a throw-in, actually, down in the corner. Creswell did well there. It looks like Callum Marshall has been given some in-depth instructions by one of Lopetegui's coaches, who I thought looked really good against Wolves, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing Marshall, see if he can continue that performance, actually. I was impressed. I'd like to see Orford on for, well, Souček, I suppose, since he's on the booking, and Guilherme to come on for someone. Quick feet there by Aguirre, but it's been pinched off him, and we're under pressure by Jarrod, but it's good defending in the end, possibly by Souček. Might have been Aguirre. I'm not too sure which one. Antonio's just done Will Hughes. Sent him back to Watford, but he gave the ball away. Kilman's just absolutely bundled someone to the floor. Schlupp, I think. No, I know a couple of people are asking about Tompkins. He's not at Crystal Palace anymore. Kilman's just been booked as well. Tompkins has left. He's a free agent, I think. I don't think he's got a new club. I haven't seen him get a new club, but he's definitely not at Crystal Palace. His contract expired at the end of the season, and he left. So Tompkins is not there. Usual suspect in Evan. Tompkins is not there. Damien's looking forward to seeing us at full strength, and would like to see us replicate Arsenal's system with the last season they had Xhaka, who played Paqueta and Alvarez in central midfield. Jack saying Antonio took his finish really well. I completely agree. He was calm and composed. Ball out to Kudus, who's holding off Riyadh, and has won a free kick just inside our own half. Bit of a scrappy start to the second half, which is in keeping with the other hour in the game. Jeffrey Schlupp was just offside there. It looked like he was through, but he was just offside. We were seeing a replay, so I don't know what happened, but Crystal Palace have got a corner now. Melissa, it's currently 1-1. It's on the screen. For anyone that's not watching, they're only listening, there is a ticker tape on the screen with the information. Jack, we've got one more friendly, which is Celta Vigo. Next Saturday, the Betway Cup. The club have sold just under 10,000 tickets for it, but there is a unofficial and impulsive boycott of the game due to the club increasing their season ticket prices for concessions, or should I say removing concession season ticket prices for the majority of the stadium. Palace had a corner. Antonio's just done remarkably well, and he's broke away. Could do some more. Prowse are trying to get forward. Antonio looks for them. Ward-Prowse. Oh, it's a corner. Really, that's fantastic defending by Mitchell. Actually, Antonio just broke from our own corner. The pass, I have to say, was fantastic. I think Ward-Prowse might have been better leaving it, but the ball from Antonio was superb. And Ward-Prowse gets it, but doesn't quite get it under control. And Kudus was just behind him. He should have been leaving that, I think, Ward-Prowse. Maybe Kudus didn't give him a shout, but that was frustrating. Well done, Antonio. That was superb play. I think Antonio's been our best player. Corner from Ward-Prowse, outswinger, and it goes over the top of everyone through to Aaron Creswell, who wins another corner for West Ham United on the opposite side of the pitch. And Greg's, thank you. You didn't have to do that. £20 super chat. 20 quid. Honestly, thank you so much. So thank you very much for providing some late night entertainment. You don't have to thank me. It's my job. This is my job. I'm very fortunate to do this as my job. But if we didn't do a watch along tonight, I wouldn't be doing my job. Creswell with the outswinging corner, and it goes. Cleared at the front post by Ayew. Ward-Prowse challenges Edouard, but now Crystal Palace will break with Jordan Ayew coming down the right-hand side. Ward-Prowse trying to get back, but I don't think he's going to catch him. Ayew cuts back, gives it to Schlupp, blocked well by Thomas Souček, but it falls to Mitchell, gives it to Kamada, and his shot is dragged across the goal, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. Last two corners have resulted in the opposite side breaking and having a good opportunity. I think Soufal blocked that shot by Kamada, really. I think that was a corner, but ref gave a goal kick. I am not going to complain. And of course I'm wearing a kilt, Paul. I will be wearing a kilt. Yes, I shall. Whenever I go to weddings, I wear kilts. I went to one last year. It was in England. It was an English person getting married to another English person. I was the only one wearing a kilt. I don't care. Anyway, Callum Marshall and Guilherme are on to replace Michael Antonio and Aaron Creswell. So there's a bit of a reshuffle here because Creswell was playing left wing back, and there's been a note passed back to Nath Aguerd, interestingly. I say a note, it might have been the captain's armband, actually. Hang on a minute. Who's captain? Is it you just giving it to Aguerd? That would be a bold move if he has gave it to Aguerd. Bear in mind everything with like the uncertainty of him. Oh, it's Fabianski. Excitement over. He gave it to Aguerd to give it back to Fabianski. Fabianski's got the captain's armband now. That Creswell's departed. Marshall up front now with Kudus and Guilherme behind him. Ward-Prowse and Souček in midfield. Emerson and Soufal wing backs. Kilman, Aguerd, Mavropanos, the three centre backs. And Lucas Fabianski is in goal. Aswike, I don't have a tartan. My surname, Mackie, does not have a tartan. So in theory, I can pick my own. I was intending on purchasing a. You can get like an ex-hired one or something. So obviously it's been used, but it's still really good quality. So I was going to purchase one so I could keep it, right? So I could keep the one I got married in. However, last Saturday, and I know people are going to laugh, and it's a really stupid thing to have done, but in my lounge, I've got a music wall. Just posters and frames and stuff from gigs and that. And I had two to go up, so I put one up. I went to put the second one up, drilled, took it out to see if my wall plug would fit. And as I withdrew the drill, I heard the sss. So I've just turned the gas off at the mains and whatever. So that's been... I've got the bill here, actually. Because it's a bit of a far-fetched story, right? I've got the bill here. There we go. Repair leak in wall. There you go. Repair leak in wall. And it's 2-1 Crystal Palace. Fantastic header by Jarrod. Is Jarrod? No, it's Jeffrey Schlupp of all people. I know who's going to be in the live chat in a second. Anyway, balling by IU. Great balling by IU, to be honest with you. Headed by Schlupp. Looped it into that far corner. 2-1 Crystal Palace. Didn't realise it was so wet. Hughes gave the ball out to IU. Emerson came to close him down, but he got the cross in. And Schlupp got him in front of Mavropanos, and it was just a looping header into that far corner. I don't really blame Fabianski for that one, to be honest with you. Just a bit too easy, though. Just a bit too easy. 2-1 Palace. Well, I said I didn't care about the result, but I don't know. Part of me is a bit more bothered than I thought it would be. Let me change the score. 2-1. 65th minute. Schlupp. There we go. Change the score. I haven't changed the team. Apologies, but it's a drinks break. I should probably do the team, but I can just speak. I can tell you what the team is. I haven't even put it back up, have I? There we go. Sorry, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm flagging. All right, I'm flagging. Drinks break at the moment is 2-1 Crystal Palace. Yeah, Surreal says, cannot care about the result, but losing still sucks. Yeah. It's just a bit frustrating. I think I was wanting to see a vast improvement from last weekend. We got beat by Wolves. Lopetegui was very unhappy, and I was pleased he was very unhappy. I was wanting to see an improvement, a difference. Oh, hang on a minute. And there hasn't really been one tonight, to be honest with you. We've maybe been a little bit better. However, I think Wolves were better than Crystal Palace too. So there's that to take into consideration as well, actually. So frustrating. Damien said, I think the players are all over the place mentally at the moment. I think things will settle down once the window closes. AP says, whatever happens. Still excited for the coming season. So am I, actually. All these signings are aiding my excitement for the new season. Scottish Premiership got underway today. Football is back. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but football is back. Aberdeen play Monday night on telly, if anyone has it. If anyone's got Sky. Oh, Kilman. Oh, bloody hell, Kilman. It's 3-1. Jarrod has just scored. It's a bit sloppy. Oh, dear. I'm waiting to see a replay. I'll talk you through as I see the replay. Anyway, Souček gave it to a Gerd, who thumped off Schlupp. It fell to a Jarrod, who just... Do you know what? Do you know how I'm going to try and describe this. Dennis Bergkamp did that flick where you put it around the defender went the other way. He sort of did that. Obviously not as fancy or as elegant. He just put it one way of Kilman and went round the other way and then just put the ball under Lucas Fabianski. It was quite a simple goal in the end. That was pretty poor from, well, Jarrod and more so Kilman. It's all right, Cyber. I had 2 bets with him, with Florless, and one of them I've won. So I'm waiting. See if he pays up. That's the 7th bet I've made with somebody on YouTube and won now. I've yet to lose one. I'm select with my bets. Nobody's ever paid me though. 7 bets I've made with subscribers, been paid 0 times, and none of them comment anymore. They all just disappear. I think a couple of them do comment. They just went and got a different username because they lost a bet to me. So rather than give me money, they've just created a different username. There's nothing I can do about it, but just got to take it on the chin. Anyway, Guilherme's on the ball. I haven't seen him, have we? Did well to give it toward Prowse. Back to Mavropanos. Right, I need to go in. Update this bloody score. I've only done it a minute ago. 3-1. Edward. And what minute was it? What we're saying? 70. About the 70th, weren't it? We'll just have 70-ish. There we go. Save. Pop it back up. There we go. Right then, I'm back. Back watching my stream. Dean Henderson played it through to Anderson. Riyadh. I don't think Crystal Palace have made a sub yet. Maybe they're not going to make one because of their previous game. Have to wait and see. Crystal Palace is playing about at the back. We are pressing, but they're beating our press quite easily here, actually. Like, very comfortably, they're beating our press. Kudus, Marshall, and Guilherme. And we've stopped pressing now because Palace have sort of just played it around us, and that's that. They're just working the ball at the pitch slowly here. Kamada's got the ball. Oh, that was nice. Lovely ball out to Mitchell, who can't get under control and is thrown to West Ham halfway down our half. Lee's just joined the stream. Yeah, we are playing that bad. I'm not going to pretend it's not bad. It is. It's not too many positives. It's a bit like last week against Wolves. There wasn't much positives. Marshall's done well to nick the ball there. WordPress given to Kudus by 1 and gets tackled by Kamada. So loose ball. West Ham got it back under control. This time with Soufal, who rolls it back to Mavropanos. The only time we look comfortable with the ball is playing around at the back. Anyway, George Earthy is ready to come on. I imagine he'll be replacing Mohamed Kudus. Connor's asking how Souček is playing. Do people want to give... he's actually coming on for Emerson, George Earthy. Do people want to give Connor a rundown on Thomas Souček? I'm going to... So George Earthy has come on to replace Emerson. So we're going to have a shuffle of the deck here, given that we were playing 3 at the back. So it looks like Jarrod will be left back now, or Kilman. I'll wait and see which one. And Earthy's gone up front to join the rest. So Earthy in the number 10 with Kudus on the left, Guilherme on the right, Marshall up front, and we've got a Jarrod at left back. So we're shuffling the deck at the minute. Nick, thank you for your £2. Please, you've already kindly given us a super chat. That'll do now, but thank you. I appreciate it. And he's saying it's 2 weeks until we play Aston Villa. Got a free kick. Ward Prowse will be taking it. I reckon about 40 yards out from the goal line. Just sweep it into that far post. And he does, and it's out for a goal kick. Poor free kick by Ward-Prowse, to be honest with you. There was no chance anyone was getting on the end of that one. Just add it to the list of not quite good enough from West Ham tonight. There's been quite a few things not quite good enough, and I think the free kicks can be on that list as well. Anyway, Crystal Palace goal kick, and it goes short once again. West Ham are pressing, this time with Earthy, forcing them long, and Gerd knocks it down to Ward-Prowse, flicks it on to Gerd. He does look all right when he plays. Ward-Prowse is just having a fight with Ayew here, but Kamada's ran away with it as the referee played advantage. Ward-Prowse was all over the place there. Schlupp goes for goal, deflected, and Fabianski gathers. I think James Ward-Prowse is a way to get a booking in a minute, possibly. It would be the fourth card of the friendly. It's not even been that dirty or anything, just cynical fouls. Epic said a year ago I didn't want Ward-Prowse, but a lot of people told me he's got 3 good seasons left in him. The same people now want Fulkrug. Shane saying, why did you get the feeling that Ward-Prowse and Souček are in the main starting 11? I'm not sure. I think one of them might be. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them starts against Aston Villa, but yeah, Ward-Prowse has just been booked, understandably so. Ken says Lopetegui not giving any credit to players coming off. I'll look into his lack of keeping players happy. Paul said, I wonder how many of Palace's players were off on international duty over the summer. Henderson was Henderson with England? Pickford, Ramsdale. Was it Henderson? It was Henderson, wasn't it? Anderson. Munoz was. He was on international duty. Obviously, Eze was. I don't know, truth be told. Don't know enough about the Palace players. Anyways, another free kick, another stoppage in play. 78, 7.5 minutes gone. Andy Irving is coming on. Don't worry, here he comes. Andy Irving's coming on. It's time to turn the game round. Add a little bit of excitement to the game for West Ham fans. Gates is in the chat. This is Gates' game, but I like it and I'm using it. Iron Boo Iniesta is taken to the field. Here he comes. We're going to win 4-3. The secret weapon is ready. Trolls, I was just going to say that. Thank you. Says that a girl looks great in the ball, but I don't trust him off it. He looks comfortable, doesn't he? I was away to talk about Gerd, and then Ward-Prowse decided to swap shirts with Ayew. I've just seen Kudus touch the ball. I forgot he was on the pitch, to be honest with you. This has just been scrappy from us. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's I know it's only friendlies, but you can read some things into friendlies, right? You know, I bet you Lopetegui is. I bet he's not going. It's only a friendly. Sack it all off. I was hoping for a bit more tonight. I'm disappointed. I appreciate we had the other friendly, which we couldn't see. So there is an hour of football that we've not seen, but the players that were involved in that aren't involved tonight. Looks like Kadua is coming on alongside Andy Irving, so there'll be a couple of changes for West Ham. We're just knocking about at the back at the moment. Souček's dropped in between Kilman and Mavropanos and goes long to Kudus. Good pick out by Souček. Earthy with a lovely half turn, but Kudus was offside when receiving that long ball from it. I can't tell who's being sarcastic and who's not being sarcastic at the minute in the live chat in regards to the next season. There was a journalist that took it too seriously when we played the first game, when people were saying, get Moyes back. Just, tongue-in-cheek, right? There was an article that says West Ham fans fed up of Lopetegui already. Bloody hell, imagine going to university and getting a degree in journalism and that's what you come up with. It's worse than making up transfer rumours. I don't make them up. I just discuss them. Plus, I don't have a degree in journalism. Don't have a degree in anything. Eating. I have a degree in eating. You don't need a degree to know Jamie Oliver is a bad man at cooking. The man who makes cheap meals but uses £60 pans to cook the cheap meals and tells you how to cook on a budget, and you'll have his ingredients there and he'll tell you how much each ingredient costs, and then he turns around and goes in the cupboard and just whips something out that wasn't. I don't like him. I don't like Jamie Oliver. I have a big issue. It's unhealthy, ironically. Plus, he tried to ban 2-for-1 pizzas. What's that about? As I always say, I'll take criticism and advice from Joe Wicks regarding nutrition, right? Can't really argue with him. When a chubby man tells me what to eat and what not to eat, I ain't having that, right? Doesn't sit well with me. When a chubby bloke saying what you shouldn't eat that, well, you fucking stop eating it then. Anyway, Marshall's chasing down a ball to Dean Henderson, who plays upfield. Ward-Prowse heads it down so Andy Irving can stroke it back beautifully to Mavropanos, who gives it away. Cheap play. Palace are on the break. Lovely ball by Kamada to Jeffrey Schlupp, and Fabianski tips it around the post. And to be honest with you, Palace fans could be disappointed they've only got 3. That was good. Saved by Fabianski, but my word, this is just... It's just lazy from Mavropanos, that pass. Just lazy. My tummy's rumbling. I'm not eating food. It's 1:40 in the morning. I am not eating food. Nick needs to go. He's feeling sick. Thank you for streaming. So, Nick, don't apologise for double donating. It's very kind of you. I just feel guilty when you do. But anyway, go get yourself some sleep. I hope you feel better when you wake up, Nick. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it, as everybody else. But thank you very much. Jake's not a fan of this centre-back partnership. Yeah, it's... Jake's saying centre-back partnership's crap. Mazza saying the midfield is not great. Captain Caveman saying defence is pony. Lewis is asking if we've been crap, but Chris said it's atrocious. Mina saying like the midfield doesn't exist at all. Charlie reckons I should just go whip up a shepherd's pie at 1:43 in the morning. I ain't cooking a meal like that. I didn't have tea, to be fair. I went to Wales today, you know. I say Wales. A bit of the town is in England. Hay on Wye. I think that's how you say it. The book town. Likes to read books and she wanted to go. So we set off at 7:30 this morning. I picked, this is where you can play chess, gents. So she wanted to go there. I looked it up. The town website, events, click it. Artisan market, that always means food. Artisan market, first Saturday of every month. Well, that's when we're going then. So we went because I knew there was additional stuff. So other than just a load of bookshops, there was a market on which had stalls. And within the stalls, there's home bakes. So 1-0 Gio, in my opinion. So for lunch, I had a nice lunch, so I wasn't really feeling hungry at tea time, so I didn't have tea. Marshall, lovely ball to Guilherme on his weak foot, drags it across the goal. Not really close to scoring there, actually. Good play by Callum Marshall, actually. He's been a bit unlucky, Marshall. He's had terrible service tonight, similar to what I received during the drinks break in Austria. I haven't really seen Guilherme, actually. Not his fault to some extent, because we've not seen Kudus either. It's not like Kudus has been running around down the left-hand side. We've not seen either of them. The only West Ham players I've seen in possession are the back three when they're just knocking it to each other before they decide which one's going to go with a 50-yard pass. And it's not even a pass. Anyway, 85 minutes gone. For the last time in this stream, I'll just ask you, if you wouldn't mind, please do drop a like on the video. It does actually help the video and the channel out. It gives me a morale boost, actually. When I see it's got a lot of likes, I feel good. Motivates me. And please do subscribe if you are new. GP said the game's like a shandy, weak and tasteless. Massive said, if I could drink one brand of lager for the rest of my life, what would it be and why? I go through fate. Peroni's always been my sort of staple beer, but oh, here they go. I've gone off Madry in the last month or so. Don't know. I've gone off it a little bit. We've got a free kick inside our box. Someone was offside. Mark, I might be a few minutes behind. I had an issue at half-time. I'm not getting into it again. Watson disappearing. Thank you for joining me, Watson. I appreciate you. Thank you. We'll see you next Saturday for the next watch-along. Hopefully I won't be doing it. I might be, but hopefully not. My belly's rumbling. Might go have a timeout. We've got timeouts in the cupboard at the minute. Underrated biscuit. Is that a biscuit? I think it's a biscuit. They put it in the biscuit aisle. But it used to be a sweet. But they did increase the wafer ratio, I think. So it's now considered a biscuit. Anyway, we've got timeouts in at the moment. Or a jammy wagon wheel. That's my two choices if I want a cheeky biscuit before I go to bed after I've done the review. I've still got the review to do. After this, I've got the review to do. Once I've done the review, I might have a timeout or a jammy biscuit. I have a jammy wagon wheel. Serious options. Gates, I'm not having an apple. I don't have any in. I'm going shopping tomorrow. I was in Wales today. You might have heard. Hay-on-Wye, by the way, it's a Welsh town, but as we were exiting the town, there was a sign saying we were in England now, and there's still some houses. The neighbours are literally in different countries. I wonder how that works, like during the Euros. You reckon one neighbour's got the Spanish flag up right on the border? Right, a couple of minutes to go. Get your summaries in. Give me a sentence or two about what you think about the game, or it could be a player's performance. Pick the player and say what you think about that player's performance. Good or bad, you decide. Start getting some summaries in. We'll start seeing what you're all saying as Crystal Palace will take this free kick after Ward-Prowse just barged Kamada over for no reason whatsoever. Connor is asking for a shout out to Blunsdon Reserves. Swindon team, assistant manager, won pre-season 3-1. Connor, well done. Keep up the good work. I assume that's a voluntary role. If so, even more respect to you. I have a lot of time and respect for people in grassroots football. Keep up the good work. Hughes, thank you for the $5. Very kind of you. That will buy me a packet of timeouts when I go shopping later on today. AP, thank you for the kind words. Too kind. Callum has given Antonio man a match. Yeah, would as well. Doug said 0 attacking output, 0 defensive stability. Lewis said, what was the pre-season when we were poor and didn't win a game? Had a great start with the last season at Bowling. Yeah, because the squad was split in two because we had that European qualifiers, didn't we? Bazar, good night. Thank you for joining me. David said Moy's favourites are performing like they did for him. Makes you think. Liam says Souček, Sufal, Ward-Prowse, Creswell can't play in this setup for him. Gatesy says first half a few decent forays into their final third, but midfield was outgunned consistently and defence looks shaky, especially on the right. Alan's just giving me kind words and I'm clicking on it just to make me feel good. Damien says, keep your head up, guys. Still business to be done and players back. It's the whole team's job to defend. Chris says Souček, Ward-Prowse, Sufal, Antonio, Creswell, and Zuma out. Zuma didn't even play. That's a man that has strong opinions. Ricky's dad said, not great, but still not as dull as anything we watched last season. Surreal said, if you show me the last two results, like context, I'd assume Moyes was still here. Hughes is saying I should enjoy my time. I shall. Thank you. Very kind of you. I've got about another minute to go on my stream. Lewis says pre-season is often crap. Jake says a bit of deadwood in the squad. We need to move on. You can tell they cannot fit into the system. Crystal Palace have got a last-minute free kick on the edge of the box where they're going to swing this one in. Cross potentially to the back post. Mina says Mavropanos passing is horrible today. Stephen says my summary is doesn't warn you stay up for a review. Have a timeout or two. Get some sleep and do a review. It's our thing. We've always done the review straight after the watch-alongs, Stephen. So I'm going to do it. Just a handful of people might be expecting it, so it's only right. It's my job. It hit George Earthy, and I don't think they'll get to take that throw in. No, that's full time. There we go. Right, it's finished. It's all over. It's finished. Crystal Palace 3, West Ham United 1. Percy, thank you for the kind words. Says it's a nice evening. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for people for tuning in and sticking with me on my first solo watch along and hopefully my bloody last one. Not your company. It's not you, it's me. Feels like a breakup, doesn't it? I've enjoyed my time. It's just not the same anymore. Anyway. It's not you, it's me. It's not really my thing. I'm out of my comfort zone. You could probably tell. But thank you very much for joining me. Massively appreciate it. Please do drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to Hammer's Chat. But don't go anywhere. I'm waiting to do a review. The link will be on your screen in just a second. But failing that, just come back to the Hammer's Chat channel. Keep me company for another 10-15 minutes if you can. I'm going to summarize the game, talk about a few players. And to be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed tonight. So I'm waiting to discuss that I'm a bit disappointed tonight and why. I'll see you in the review.